Hello ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host Uncle Nerd and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007. And today we'll be reviewing Hasbro's Generations Transformers Titans Return, Murk, and Decepticon Octone. I know him as Octane, but we're going to call him Octone or whatever. But he goes by both names, believe me, because when I first bought the toy, he was called Octane. Octane is a Decepticon from the Generation 1 continuity family. Octone is considered vile, even by Decepticon standards. This triple-changing bully is a cheat, a liar, and a coward who thinks only of himself and can't be trusted any further than Megatron can throw Devastator. The only reason this inveterate thief is allowed to continue functioning is that he has an uncanny ability to locate stores of fuel for his fellow Decepticon, and is usually able to spin a fairly convincing excuse for why he was unable to assist them in their latest battle. As annoying and as frustrating as he may be to work with, most of his allies will grudgingly admit that he does perform his job as a fuel transport quite well. If he could just get over his annoying habit of making them beg for every drop, I mean, he would be cool. But he's sometimes called Tanko, Fuselage, or Octone. Okay, sometimes the Titan Master Murk forms to make his head. So what we're going to do now, we're going to check out the package, bust them open, and see if Octane Octone is worth the scratch. Yeah. Okay, so here we have Triple Changer Decepticon Octone. Now, I don't know why they changed his name to Octone. I remember him as being Octane. So if I get it mixed up here and there, please excuse me, because I never knew him as Octone. I've always known him as Octane. Even most of the comic book adaptations that I've seen of him, it has been called Octane. So I don't know, maybe there's a license issue going on, or maybe like the word octane you can't really use, but we'll call him Octone. So if I mess up occasionally, as I stated before, and say that his name is Octone, please excuse me. So yeah, we got today we have the Titans Return Voyager class Transformers Murk and Decepticon Octone, which I'm not used to calling that. It just feels weird. And again, I told you before, I take the Transformers outside of the box so that I can transform them and pretty much, get the gist of how these guys do. Because if not, I will be all day trying to figure out how to transform some of these Transformers. But yeah, so back to the box again. It has a Transformers logo right here. It's Murk and Decepticon Octone right there. Titans Return on the back right here. Nice little image of Octone and his head being put on Murk. The Headmaster Murk being put onto him, and you got the three forms that he goes into, which is the robot mode, plane mode, jetliner, whatever you want to call it, and the the tanker mode right here. And they have a picture of Murk right here. He can go inside the cockpits and everything like that. You got the other figures. Let me bring this a little bit closer. You got the other figures within the series, which is Misfire, Blitzwing. Yeah, and I got Blitzwing too, Sky Shadow, and a couple other ones. And yeah, they're just showing you how they're compatible to work with all the other Transformers. Like you can mix and match these heads and stuff like that, which is cool. I love this face design right here. And it says right here, up here, it says, using the power of Titan Masters, the Decepticons rise up to destroy the Autobots. When Decepticon Octone unites with Murk, the results are toxic. With Murk, Decepticon Octone gains the ability to produce corrosive clouds of toxic fumes capable of wiping out any Autobot or any bot in pursuit. And they have it here in other languages as well. And over here, you got the nice Decepticon logo right there, which looks pretty good. And I think that's it for that's about it for the box. And of course, it's a window box, and I like this nice little beautiful image right here. Titans Return right there, Voyager class, so on and so forth. And you got the Decepticon logo on the top. So we're gonna put that over there, and we can get to the good juicy part, which is the figure itself. Let me bring this guy a little bit closer. And wow, this guy looks amazing. I like him, but throughout everything, I'm going to point out a few problems I had with him, okay? I really like him. I really like the design of him. I love the way his face looks and everything like that. It really looks like cartoon version Octone or Octane, whichever one you want to call him. And I mean, like, he looks great. He looks great. Typical articulation that you would catch on a figure or a Transformer like this. He's not that heavy. He's pretty much like, I would say like he's weighing maybe like a few ounces. I like them. I actually really like them. I really like them. I just have a few issues with them. That's it. And they're very minor. They're very minor. It wouldn't stop me from getting the figure or anything like that, nor did it. Let's bring this a little bit closer. But yeah, Octone is looking absolutely wonderful. And I mean, like, his articulation is a bit, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. And this design that they have on them right here, it's basically the design that they use for Headmaster Prime. It's another Prime that they have out here, but the design was originally made for this figure right here. And I mean, like, it looks good. It looks real good on Prime, and I'm happy I didn't get that Prime. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. They used pretty much the same mold or sculpt, and then put it on Optimus Prime within this line of the Titans Return. So yeah, this guy is pretty good. And I mean, like, he has some pretty good molded paint onto him, like this, like the purple and everything you see right here. This is all molded into the figure's engineering and everything like that. And I mean, he has great detail. I really like him. I really like Octone. I've always liked Octone because he was a rotten character. He was like a swindler, a hustler, a cheater, everything you can name. I liked him because there were times he would just, and the Autobots would actually like listen to him or like talk to him, because he pretty much really like took no one's side but his own. And the only time he would do stuff is when it benefited him. Like, I mean, like, you would see him hanging out with Autobots, talking to him. If he could make a deal doing anything, he would do it. So he's pretty much on his own. He just happened to be Decepticon by nature, but I mean, it was by lineage rather. But yeah, he was pretty much on his own. So, you know, the head can go around like this, and you have the guards right here that if you press the button right here in his stomach, they come up, so you can give them pretty much like a fuller look. But I like it with the guards down, you know, but I'll keep the guards up for you. With the guards up, the head is limited, but you still have some mobility right in here if you look real good. You can bring these arms up, bring them out a little bit as far like that. You know, you can bring it all around. You just got to move the wing out the way and move this. No, you can't bring it all around because this gets in the way. Now, I'm going to show you something you can do with this later on, too. And I mean, you got like a nice leg spread right here. He's pretty good. You can bring the leg forward fully all the way back. I mean, like, he has full range of motion, a single hinge knee right here, no ankle pivots or anything, but the foot goes up and down. But, you know, it's already on a slant if you really look at it, so that when you set him down, if you're going to set him in kind of like a pose, the foot still sits flat. So it's really, you know, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm liking it. And I mean, like, you know, he's pretty cool. And it's, you know, you got the same articulation on this side too. And does he have a biceps? Yes, he does have a bicep swivel right here. No wrist swivels or anything like that. You're not really getting that with too many Transformers, unless they're like masterpiece figures. And even some masterpiece figures aren't even offering you some wrist swivel. What's wrong with me? A little tongue-tied right there. But yeah, he's good. And to transform this guy is actually fairly easy. He's a little fidgety, but he's actually fairly easy. And we'll go into that right now. Okay, so the first mode I think we're going to transform this guy into is probably, let's do the tanker mode, okay? And again, you know what? I didn't mention these guns right here, but like this pistol right here, this blaster rather, I really like this one right here. Because, I don't know, it's just something about it. It just looks like a sniper slash, you know, laser pistol. It looks pretty good. This one looks pretty good. And of course, you know, I'm starting to get tired of these right here. Even though I like that it's a double blaster, but they're giving all of these guys like this. Hold on, come on out there. Hope I don't break it. Okay, there we go. They're giving all these guys these seat guns. I call them seat guns because they're basically like, you know, that's where you sit like the Headmaster in and everything like that. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that over there. And to transform this guy is actually pretty simple. You push these arms in like this. We're going to, you know what, let's start down at the bottom, I guess. And what we're going to do is bring this up here like that. Bring this up here like that. Just bring them up like that, actually. Just bring them over a little bit. Let's bring this a little bit closer. Swing these out a little bit like that. Fold them under. Fold the feet under like that. Bring it back around. Bring it back around like that. And let's take the head off. Oh, there we go. Did I break it? No. Okay, it's still cool. Push these down like this. And we are going to... Now, what you want to do right here, it gets a little tricky. A lot of... See, they didn't even mention this in the instructions that sometimes you see this gap right here. There's like a gap like right in between right here. And you want to make sure it's pushed all the way back. I think I pushed it back, but we'll see. There it is. It clicked. Now you see there's a gap right there. And what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to line all of this up right here. And what you want to do is bring this right here. You see how it's forming? The tanker's already forming. Bring that right there. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot. Totally forgot. Because we're going to have to take these wings right here. We're going to take these wings and swivel around, swing them around like that. Let them even up. Take this swing, swing it around like that. Let it even up. Level it out. Level it out right there. And yeah, that looks pretty much about even. Now you're going to take, you see how these wings are sitting right in here? These wings are going to peg into right in here. They're going to peg right in there. You see? They're going to peg into the holes right there. I think they should anyway. Level that out. Okay. They're going to peg into these little holes right here, like these little pegs right here. So you can take that, push it in right there, lock it in, take that, lock it in right there, boom. Okay, bring all of this up like that, lock it in, give it a nice little squeeze, lock it in, make sure it's nice and tight. Yeah. And see, look, this right here, this is the problem I'm having. I've only had this action figure out of the box no more than a week, and already the stickers are peeling off. So that's one of the gripes I have. These stickers are put on very poorly. Look. All right, and what you can do right here, you're gonna bring this up. You're gonna bring this up like that. Swing this around. Swing it around like that, because this is gonna make the front of the truck right here. If you can see, this is gonna make the front of the truck. Slap that down. Be careful. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't break it. Okay. Slap this down. Well, even this up right here. There we go. There we go. Swing that around. Bring this down like that. And there you have one part of the truck right here. Now you're going to take this wing right here. You're going to bring it down like that. Spring it up like this. Make it all line up with the top of here. You see? And all of this is going to close inside. It's going to close inside of, or like sit inside of here once you close it. Because you're going to make this side do the same as the other side before. Bring it around. Twist that arm. Bring that up. Slap that down. And there. You pretty much, now see, this is where it gets a little fidgety sometimes. There are times I can transform this thing and it slaps right in, just like it did now. Let's even this out, straighten out the truck part right there. Boom, 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 boom. Give him a nice little squeeze, make him all nice and solidified. So he's nice and, come on, lock in. There we go. There we go. Lock in, lock in, lock in. And there we have him. Oh no, we forgot this one piece. This chest piece, you bring that up like that. But this whole piece right here, look, this whole piece, you take it like this. All right. And there you have him in his vehicle mode, looking awesome. Now again, I love the vehicle mode on here. And the wheels roll and everything like that. And of course, if you want, you can take some of his weapons and stick them like on the side right here. He doesn't have as many peg holes as, what's his name? As, what's that guy's name that we just did the review for? Astro Train does. But he does have enough, just enough. And of course, you can take his headmaster here, Murk. Let's focus in on this guy right here. And there's no articulation, nothing in, no heavy detail with this guy or anything like that. But you can take Murk and stuff like that. But I love this face. This face, this Octone face or Octane face looks amazing. And you can take Murk and you can lift this hatch up right here, right? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And you can put Murk right inside and lock him in. I like that they give him the little compartments. I just wish some of them weren't so like made out of that transparent or translucent plastic, because I don't know, I just like for it to look a little bit like a tanker. But it works. I'm happy because it keeps me from losing the head and stuff, because I definitely would have lost the head by now. And see, in truck mode, I actually like, I think out of And I'll show you the jet mode in a second, or the airliner mode in a second. But as tank, I love him. I absolutely love him. Even with the little wings sticking out in the back and everything like that, it's tolerable. It's very tolerable. And he doesn't have that much, like, it just doesn't look that bad to me. I love him in his tank mode. And like I said before, I'm loving these Titan Return figures because they're fitting in scale with the Masterpiece figures. And we'll do a comparison on that before the video's over. But yeah, he looks good. I love him in this mode. Absolutely love him. I think I've played with him more in this mode than I have the airliner mode. He looks good. He looks real good. And again, like I said before, he rolls and everything like that. The wheels function well. They're not rubber wheels, they're plastic. And again, you know, it doesn't look as hollow as you think it would, especially when you transform him. This guy, he has decent weight to him. He feels good. I'm really happy with this mode right here. And you know, you got the little round circles back here. I guess they're supposed to be like the tanks and everything like that. This guy, they did a great job with Octane. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. I've known him as Octane growing up as a kid, and buying him as a triple change, because triple changes were always my soft spot for some reason. I love triple changes, and I think I've owned every triple changer except for Sandstorm. Sandstorm, for some reason, as a kid, didn't resonate with me. I didn't like him. I didn't like his design. I just didn't like him. But yeah, this guy looks great. This guy looks absolutely great, especially in this mode. So what we're going to do now, we're going to transform him into his plane mode. And to do that, it's actually very simple. And again, that's another thing I'm very happy that Hasbro and Takara are doing. They're making these transformations very simple. They're not as hard as they used to be at all. So what you want to do is actually pull this apart real quick. But be careful. Just pull it apart a little bit, just so you can access the wings right here. Bring those up like that. You know, straighten them out a little bit, because essentially this is going to be where the wings come out at. Okay, you want to lay those just right here for right now. All right, twist that around, bring that there. You want to lay that there. You come inside his leg and you'll see like the inside of here, pardon me, that's the hood. You got some jokers out there playing some old booty music and stuff like that, and they always pick this time of the day to do it. I can't stand them, man. Those are the ghetto neighbors that I usually tell people about on Facebook. But yeah, enough about that. You want to come inside here and bring this around like that, and you have the front of the plane right here. And you do the same thing on the other side. Bring it around like that. What you want to make sure you do, though, is lock it into this little peg that's up at the top right here. If you can see right here, it's right there. You want to lock it into that peg right there, lock it into that peg right there, and boom. You take all of this right here. Lock that in, and we pretty much have, straighten that out a bit. Let's straighten it out a little bit. It's the same thing for when you did tanker mode. All you did was just come down to the bottom and flip these out. I'm gonna give it a nice little squeeze. Make sure everything's locking in into place, as you can see right here. All of this locks into place. And you take these legs, like where his feet would be, you swing that around like that. You swing that around like that. It'll lock into place, trust me. It'll lock into place. There you go. And so far, right there, you have the front of the liner right here. Keep these wings like this. Take all of this right here carefully. Swing that out like that. Boom. Take this, bring this around, push that kind of like in a little bit. Separate the wings right here. Push this in right here and bring that up. And you can lay these down like right on top right here. Let's bring it a little bit closer so you guys can see. You can lay these on top right here. Now there's pegs that connect it, but those pegs really don't serve any purpose really when he's in this mode for some reason. If you look right there, you see this peg right here? It's supposed to lock in here, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, so you just lay it on there pretty even. Now here's where it gets a little bit funky for me, right? I don't like this mode. I like this mode, but it's his weakest mode. I feel as though it's his weakest mode because this part right here still looks like a truck. I don't like the truck look that it's given right there, you know? So I mean, like, that's why I'm a little bit torn with it, but I still love the figure. I absolutely love it. So to take away from that truck look, which is what I do, this is not necessarily how the transformation goes. I take these pieces right here, fold them back, to give it kind of like a like a space jet, or like more of a jet feel or look. And I bring these back like this. I've seen everybody with them up, but like me, I like to bring this back, straighten this out a little bit right here, straighten these wings out, and there, look, that's when you can actually like lock it in a little bit. Not fully, but some. You can lock it in a little bit, and it just gives it a different look, if you ask me. Like more of a plane look, and or a jetliner look, or whatever the case may be, versus looking like you got the front of a hood of a truck, you know, split in half for the side for the turbo boosters, the turbine. See what I'm talking about? It looks more like a plane now than it did before. And again, this is just my preference. Or like you could turn them upward to look like it's rocket boosters, like a futuristic plane, like, you know, rocket boosters on the back. Let me back this up a little bit. And yeah, so it has like more of a few like this, like even when you look at it from the top, it looks a little bit more, again, I'm not trying to push my preferences off on you, but it has more of like a futuristic or like neo jetliner look, and this really starts to look like turbines versus looking like the front of a truck. But again, that's just the way, like I said, it's variations. Everybody likes to have their figures a certain way, but I actually think it looks great like that. So we're just gonna leave them like this for a second, and what you can do, like under the bottom, it looks great. It looks great. I like it. I like it under the bottom. I like all the wheels and everything like that, which actually help you protect the undercarriage if you happen to want to roll it or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that roll it out on concrete. It's not like that, but like, you know, you got some nice landing gear there. It looks good. It looks real good. And so even though this is his weakest form, or his weakest vehicle mode, or weakest mode, I still like it. I still like it a lot. It's great. I'm not disappointed at all. And again, I'm really commending Hasbro for doing such a wonderful job. Yeah, maybe some people found a way to like keep this gap, because there's a little bit of a gap. No matter how well you squeeze it, it still comes apart. But this, maybe it's just the one that I purchased. Who knows? And you still got the Headmaster in this, so throughout the whole transformation, there's no need to remove the Headmaster or anything, which is actually good. And again, like I said, the transformations are becoming easier to do, so like they're not that hard for kids to pretty much accomplish or put in the robot mode, especially after they've done it like 3 or 4 times. If anything, it's a little bit fidgety in terms of like clamping it together, but the engineering on here is actually very, very good, and I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. As I stated before, he doesn't have as many peg holes as Astro Train does, but he's not bad. And you can put it over here like this. You can put it over here, you know what I'm saying? Like that. We can bring it a little bit closer so you guys can see. Yeah, so you know, and you can get funky with it, you know what I'm saying? You can put it up here. You got like, you know, what's the name? You can take the Headmaster, pull him out, pull Murk out. Bring that over, sit him down in the chair. You know, bring his arms up a little bit. You can keep it up there, or you can keep it right here, where he's helping Octane out. And there you have him, looking awesome right there. Look at this, sweet, right? Nice, nice, nice. It's a little bit too much kibble and too much junk going on for me to have mine like this. I would rather just keep Murk inside, or whatever the case may be, or separate these and put them on the sides right here, or just have them without, you know? It's a matter of preference. It's a matter of preference. But me, I prefer to just have him sitting in here, you know, like he's manning, like, you know, like he's chilling, doing his thing. And this right here, and have him in his basic mode right here, which looks cool. Yeah, I really like this figure. I really like him, and I'm going to show you a reason why I really like him. Look at him. This guy looks great, man. Totally digging it. No, he's not third-party type of scale or third-party type of quality, but he fits in scale with Masterpiece figures, and I like that. I really like that a lot. This guy looks good, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to transform him back into his final mode, which is the robot mode. And again, the transformations are actually very simple compared to some of the Transformers that they've been putting out. So the Transformer, what you want to do, I usually do this first. I separate this right here, right? I bring this around, like this. Pull out the feet a little bit. Bring that around. Bring this around over here. Pull out the feet right here. Very simple. Take your time. Be gentle. Bring these side flaps right here, right? Open his arms a little bit. Well, just open them just like that. Bring the side flaps down. Be careful. Make sure you unhinge them right here. Bring it down on the sides right there. Bring it down on the sides right there. Twist these. Bring it up. Be careful, because it is kind of like a hollow plastic or like a lighter plastic that is using. You know what I mean? And push them up in here just like that. So they sit, so like the hood sits up in the leg like that. You want to do the same thing for the other side. Be careful. Take your time. Twist it. Bring it up. Boom. And there, right there, you have the legs already. All right. So the arms are actually pretty easy right here too. You want to take these right here where his arms are flipped up at, well, his hands rather. You take this. Now it's a little bit stiff in here. So yeah, you can take your time pulling it out. Like I said before, be careful with these Transformers. I'm not saying that they're like just made out of like tissue, but you got to be careful. It's not like they're made out of like that heavy duty plastic and there's no die cast on them. All right. And you want to take these, do the same thing on the other side. Take this hood piece. This comes down as his chest plate right there. Boom. You got the chest plate down with that nice Transformers Decepticon logo sitting there. And what you want to do is bring this up right here. Take his Headmaster out. Sit him to the side right now. Take the wings right here, close that hatch back, take the wings right here, separate them right here in the middle, and bring this down like this. You can extend it though, but bring it down like that. All right. And so what you can do is, let me stand them up for you. What you can do right now is take the headpiece, which is his Headmaster Murk, and boom. Take that headpiece and there you go. Some old Voltron junk, man. Straighten it out. Now, this right here is where I think what makes him a fantastic figure. It may be something minute, but I find it actually very, very wonderful what they did. All right, now you hit his pelvis right here, or his abdomen, and boom, you have the side guards that come up right here, right? I guess that's to give it like more of the IDW look or whatever his more modern look is. And you know, you got these pieces right here. You want to twist these right here. I totally forgot right here. You want to twist these right here. And there you have them looking awesome. Octone looks great. Octone looks great. He put his pistols in his hand, or his blasters in his hands, his rifles in his hands, his seat gun in his hand. It's just that, you know, I like the double blasters. Don't get me wrong. I'm just getting tired of seeing them within the Titan Master. That's why I'm glad they're moving on to like the new Transformers, which I think is called Powers of the Prime or something like that. There were so many toys introduced this time at Comic-Con, but yeah. And you have him right here looking awesome. He looks great. He looks absolutely great. He looks great. I hope I didn't forget anything. But yeah, you know, I went through the articulation, I went through the blasters and everything like that. But this is why I really like him. And I'm going to finish this off with this right here. Let you guys check out some pictures that I took of him and stuff like that. You can take this to give him a G1 look. You can take these, fold it back like that, right? Just be careful. Put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there. Let me make sure I got this. Okay, that's lined up. Now, the G1 toy that I remember having as a kid, he actually looked like this. And you can take this, look, and push him down. Now, this is how I like my Octone, or Octane. All right? This is how I like for him to look. I think he looks awesome like that. And don't forget to bring these legs forward. Remember, we pulled them back. And look, now he has like a G1 look to him. How awesome is that? He looks like G1 Octone from the cartoon. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Come on, man. You gotta get me out of here. I'm telling you, buddy, Galvatron's trying to kill me, bro. You gotta watch that episode. Even though season 4 Transformers was garbage, it was still like, I love that episode with Octane. He didn't even care. He just wanted to get out of there. And like, he was all about making money and doing his own thing. But yeah, side profile, he looks great. The back looks great. Doesn't have too much of a backpack to where you won't like them and anything like that. Like me, I like them in a G1 look like this. This is what I call the G1 look. So yeah, I mean, like, you can't go wrong with this guy. I'm loving the triple changes that Hasbro's been doing. I'm not disappointed. I don't feel like, you know, it's just crappy or I wasted my money. And what I love the most is the price point. You can't beat it for like, I think I got this guy for like 25 bucks or something like that, or maybe even less because I'm an Amazon Prime member and they actually gave me like this deal that they had going on. So I grabbed him and a bunch of the other ones, but I've had them for a while. I just didn't get a chance to review them. So what we're going to do now, I want you guys to check out some pictures that I took of them and let me know what you think, okay? All right, cool. So yeah, you know what? I forgot something. I forgot to do his tech spec card and his instructions. But yeah, these are the instructions that came inside the box. You know, typical instructions and stuff like that. You can read them if you want, look at them real quick or whatever the case may be. Pull it out. Oh man, see, look. And da 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 da, and da 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 da. All right, we'll put that over here. Let's stand this guy back up. Seems a little pissed off. And I mean, like, his legs aren't that loose. You know, they're a little bit loose, but not that loose. But yeah, you can do a lot with them. And yeah, here's his tech specs card right here. Let's pull that out right here. And it has some great artwork of Octone. Yeah, Decepticon Octone right here, if you can look and see. And it has his tech specs on the back. And he is, let's see, when he's not connected to, what's his name? Murk. His strength is a 6. His speed is a 6.5. I would say a 7. His intelligence is a 6. And his firepower is a 4. But when combined with Murk, which you see in the blue area right here, he bumps up. His strength bumps up to a 10. His speed bumps up to a 9. His intelligence only bumps up to like a 7.5 or 7, and his fire bumps up to a 5. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, like I said before, Octone was never really one of those characters that actually was how can I say, was like a heavy hitter or anything. If anything, you loved Octone for his personality, because I mean, like, he was definitely for self, and I love the fact that he was a shady character. Whatever way he sort of make a quick come up or some money or whatever they were using for credits and all that other stuff, he did it. Octone did not care. He was all for himself, and that's why I liked him. I mean, like, I love the, and like I said before, he had the type of personality where like Autobots would just like accept him. Like, he would just walk up to Autobots to talk to them and stuff like that and try to make deals with them. Because I remember the one episode in season 4, I think it was season 4, season 3, where Galvatron was tired of him swindling and doing all sorts of like crooked stuff. So he blew up his ship and he put out a hit on him, and the Combaticons were after him and everything like that. So yeah, you know, Octane has always been one of my favorites, or Octone as they want to call him. And as you can see, he fits in well with the other Transformers and stuff like that. He fits in well with the Masterpiece Transformers or the KO Transformers, whichever one you want to collect or buy. Yes, I do buy KO Transformers. I don't care. If I happen to miss the originals and the only ones out there are KOs, because what happens is with KOs, and not getting too far off topic, what happens is with the regular Masterpiece figures, they'll run out, and then when you go to buy them, and again, I understand supply and demand, but like the first day after it runs out, the next thing you know, you look on eBay and Amazon, a figure that was maybe like $100 or $150 is now $300, and I'm not doing that. And I love my figures. There have been figures that I spent a lot of money on, especially my Metroplex and other ones, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll get a KO in the meantime, which this Bumblebee is a KO, and he came out perfect. I find nothing wrong with him. I've compared him with my, what do you call that? My Masterpiece Bumblebee, and I love them. I love them both. I mean, whichever one I get my hands on, I'll buy it. Not to mention those KOs, some of them, and I'm not trying to steer anyone away from purchasing like Takara products or Hasbro products, but some of those KOs, they are spot on, if not constructed better than some of the Masterpiece figures. Now, and I won't even get into third-party figures. Oh my God, third-party figures be taking it up a notch. I mean, like, they take it somewhere completely different. But as you can see, he fits in scale. He's wonderful. He's a definite grab if you're a Transformers fan or a big fan of triple changers. I've always been a big fan of triple changers. Always will be. I always felt as though it was like 3 toys in one. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, pick them up, check them out, pick them up. And I love the Decepticon symbol. Like, his face represents a Decepticon logo in a way. But the face that they gave him is spot on. It's actually cartoon accurate. Or comic book accurate. So yeah, pick this guy up. Check him out. Get the other Titans Returns or whatever the case may be. I will be doing some more toy reviews. I'll have some game reviews up. I've just been busy working on a few things, getting the show ready, getting some equipment and everything like that. So that's why I haven't really put that many videos out this week. But I will have some gameplay for you guys. I was going to do Batman. I was going to do, what was that, Hellblade? But I don't know. I might just jump off with the show. I might put some game review. I don't know. I actually just do this there's a sense of structure, but it's not. Whichever one seems like it's popping at the time, that's the one I do. So, you know, just check it out. Let me know what you think, and check this guy out. I really like him. Let me see. And he's standing at about, let me see. This guy is standing, I think he should be like he's standing at, well, actually he's like 7 inches. That's what the shoulder guard's on. He's about 7.5. Well, it looks like 7.5 from here. But on the camera, it looks like it's 7 inches. But no, he's 7.5 with the shoulder guards, which makes, yeah, so Astro Train. Yeah, yep. He's 7.5 inches. You can't beat it. He fits in scale with Masterpiece figures. Believe me when I tell you. I should have brought down maybe like Blue Streak or Sideswipe or Prowl or Smokescreen so you guys could see. But he fits in scale with Masterpiece in conjunction within the G1 continuum. He fits in scale with those guys. He's the right size that he's supposed to be. So yeah, you guys should pick him up. I really suggest to grab this figure. I'm very happy with him. I've been playing with him. I love his tank mode. I love all 3 modes on him. Neither one is really that weak. The plane mode was actually the weakest of them all, but I'm still impressed with it. I'm still very impressed because I found a way to like tweak it to where it looks good for me. Now, some people really like for the car front, you know, like the truck front to be like sitting where his shoulders are and everything like that. And no, he doesn't have any waist swivel or anything like that, but he does have a thigh swivel, which I didn't mention that while I was going through his articulation. But other than that, he's good. He's a great figure. He's a must-have. You know, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, for checking out the channel and everything like that, for spending your time with me and everything. I mean, I really appreciate it. I love doing toy reviews. I love showing you guys what I got new, some of the stuff that I have that's old. Everything that I do won't be new, but like sometimes I just want to review the figure or review the toy or the product because I really, really like it. So again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out the other playlists within the channel. And I thank you again, guys, so very much. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe here on YouTube and share this video. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and finally Twitch for more unedited dialogue, news, reviews, and gameplay. Finally, don't forget to hit the donate button as any little bit counts and is greatly appreciated. I'm Uncle Nerd. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, if you buy a toy, bust it open. Let me see. Come on, man. You gotta get me out of here. Galvatron's looking for me, bro. I'm telling you, man. They're gonna kill me. I'm not helping you do anything. You know what? I didn't need to talk to you anyway. Here, take